This is the John Hallett Podcast with John Hallett.
Because the way we're living, we need to change it, make it change today. And all learn from failure. Maybe they just wanted it a little bit more than you. That's probably the fact.
And now your host, John Hallett.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys joining me today. And of course I've got Josh Sparkle Sash Hammer Ling.
The Sparkle Sash. Let's
The
not
Sparkle
forget.
Sash?
The Sparkle Sash. You don't earn a nickname like Sparkle Sash and not be the Sparkle Sash.
What's that thing that they do on Instagram?
What?
Verified or whatever, like the original.
Verified?
I don't know. There's something.
I don't-
Like, when you're a celebrity,
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm far from celebrity status. Let's be honest here. Far from it.
whatever they
Far
put
from
there.
it.
Somebody knows. Somebody's mad right now, going, "I know what it is. I can't remember this. It's not verified."
Yeah.
But maybe you should get that. Maybe you should do like the original.
Yeah.
The original.
Mm-hmm.
Sparkle Sash.
The
before
original,
somebody
like
else takes
OG. Right? Get like a T-shirt that says OG. Right? OG Sparkle Sash.
The original.
Somebody probably be angry at me over that.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be mad.
Somebody's
They're
not going to be
gonna
happy. Dude, today's roll was hard.
Yeah.
Today's
It
roll
is
was
always
hard.
hard.
Oh.
Yep. So we just wrapped up here, rolling around and doing
Yeah.
some clinch algorithm for Citizen Defender. That is fighting with
yeah.
your weapon. You have a handgun or it could be a knife.
Yeah.
How are you protecting that knife if somebody decides that they want to go for it? And I got to tell you guys, that is like a magnet. Somebody sees a weapon, they go for it. Even from the good guy perspective, when we talk about that, it's something, we're heavily on. We're not a sport system. We're a self-defense system. We want to get you guys home safe, and we'd like to keep you, from legal ramifications of,
Right.
yes, the guy had a gun on him, but you just you just ripped that gun out of their holster, and most likely people are putting it back on that guy. I'm like, he has a right to have that weapon, whatever the fist fight, simple assault was. He's defending himself. He attacked you. He hasn't gone for that weapon, and now you just went deadly force. You took his weapon away that he made no attempt to go for.
And now
tough
you're the bad guy.
circumstances. That fighting is tough. I mean, those life and death decisions are extremely tough. But you also go, well, what if you just took that gun away and law enforcement rolls up on the scene and they see you pulling a gun or pointing a gun at somebody? All guns are going to be on you. If not, rounds might be coming at you because you certainly look like the bad guy.
Got a story about that. Learned it this weekend when I was doing a thing. My instructor says to me, there was a mass shooting. Citizen comes up, ends the situation, and he picks up the rifle to try to make it safe. Problem is, when the cop came around the corner, all they saw was guy with rifle, active shooter. They shot him before they just opened fire.
Yeah, I mean,
so think about that, right? You stop an active shoot, but you also got to make the decision not to don't pick up the bad guy's rifle.
Situation. I would never.
And the cop's got to do what the cop's got to do, right?
It's a life or death situation. Is there drop the gun or is it too late? Those decisions are just so hard. They're just so hard. That's why you got to put yourself in training scenarios.
Yeah.
You just got your instructor NRA for concealed carry.
Yep.
Bill has it. Something we're doing here at Rocky Mountain Self-Defense and Fitness. I'll be behind you guys a bit, but that's something we're going to be offering as part of our Citizen Defender. We've stayed away from it for years and doing our hand-to-hand stuff. But with the Citizen Defender program, it goes hand in hand. If you're looking to get your concealed carry here in Castle Rock, Douglas County, I keep calling it an enhanced CCW. There are evidently some states that have a CCW course and then an enhanced version. And I don't know what that exactly entails.
They usually just put you on the range.
Yeah. So what our CCW class, and I go, it's ongoing training. You can continue to progress as long as you feel it's a benefit to you. So you can keep doing those ongoing classes or do 6 weeks and get into situations where it's a shoot, no shoot under a lot of stress.
Yeah.
somebody attacking you, you get amped up. Can you stay calm and cool when you're fighting? And fighting over your gun definitely amps up. I see people, get amped up in grappling, and they're on the ground rolling around, and somebody's, trying to choke you. You get amped up and get excited. People, I can't breathe. Same thing with stand-up fighting. It's things you need to do. I was listening to Jocko yesterday. Talked to Peter Attia, and it was so funny because they were talking about life and death and how this Marine felt he was never scared. World War II guy that Jocko had interviewed.
Yeah.
And he always felt there was going to be the other guy. Like, I wasn't worried. That's not going to happen to me. And they had a discussion on that. And Jocko's like, yeah, I envision myself, if I'm on the plane and it goes down, I live. And I'm like, oh my God. I think that all the time. I'm like, this thing goes down. Like, am I going to, what's in my backpack that they didn't take? Like,
I'm going to live.
Like, it depends on where you're at, right?
Right, you don't want to be over the
is
Pacific
it a
Ocean,
land or is it a sea?
Yeah.
But you're like, man, I've got some stuff in that backpack that'd be really helpful that if we're on a stranded desert island.
Right.
But, it's not going to happen to me. I'm going to live. And it's just that human thing, right? It's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to need self-defense and blah, blah, blah. You need to train more, suck less. I've got a series that I'm not sure what I'm going to title it as. It might be just, train more, suck less. But it is knife attacks. And it is ugly and brutal and really hard. And that's why you train. And you got to build off of those skills. It was our Peaceful Warrior class. And it's eye-opening on somebody coming in. And I really liked the drill because it had some anticipation.
Yeah.
People got their heart rate up, right? You caught the tail end of that, right? Their heart rate's getting up. And it's a go as soon as I move. As soon as I go at you, you go. You can hit me, kick me.
It was
go.
Oh, yeah.
And, anticipation sucks. And it was like what I use a lot of.
I was waiting for you to start it when I was watching you. I was like, go, John.
Yeah, it was just anticipation for them, right?
Oh, it was bad. It was
like, because I told, don't think, don't think, don't think. Mushin, no mind, no mind. Don't think. And you could hear them even after. What did you hear after?
From them?
Yeah,
I didn't even
comments.
A bunch of them. I didn't see that coming. I didn't even know I did this, right? I didn't even know that happened. Like on some of those.
Yeah, I was focused on. I was waiting on.
Yeah.
They were, waiting on here. Like, the stab's coming. It's a straight stab. What?
And there's a couple times you would have filled their side with enough stabs to, take down a water buffalo, man. And
well, that's where most people. That's what we say. I don't want to. Just because I train doesn't mean I want to go. All right, here's the guy with the knife. This is what I've been training for. No, I've been training to disengage and get away. I don't want to test that skill because you can see in that film that'll be coming out how it goes wrong so fast.
Right, it's just so hot, man.
Or
just boom.
How that one shot to the carotid.
It's over.
It's you're fighting. You got seconds, but I say just fight till you can't fight anymore. When things go wrong. But extremely difficult stuff, guys.
Yeah.
It's ugly. It's fantastic.
And no matter your skill level out there, everybody's getting surprised by something, and that's why you have to train every single day. I don't care.
It just makes you better,
right? It's just constantly honing you as a blade, right? You're just making it sharper and sharper and sharper, hoping you never have to cut with it. But you want to make sure it's ready. And speaking of knives, if you haven't picked up the ClearSky Defender 1, now is the time. That's called a segue in the business, John. You like that?
That was a really good segue, Josh.
Thank you. So, if you haven't picked it up, you can look in the description below. There will be a link. The ClearSky Defender 1, a knife developed by a fighter for fighters. So check that out. You like that tagline too?
I like it, Josh.
Thank you.
It's fantastic.
It's like a live read that you didn't pay for. Hey, is this live read in our contract?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
You got to do those.
Oh,
those are mandatory.
It's on.
I think there's only 10 of them left, guys. There are only 10 left.
Great.
I think in the last post I put crying face emojis, don't come crying to me asking for that price.
Yeah.
This is a pre-sale. Kind of think of it as a GoFundMe, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. These initial 25 are getting into drawing. We've got a couple of prizes to give away as a perk to those 25, but they're getting the best price ever. We're not going to, this is not going to, sale price is not, it's not going to come. So if you're waiting for Christmas and I'm going to get it at this price, you're not. That's not the sale price.
Yeah.
This is the intro price, guys. I can only do it once, right? Things cost money.
Right. Everything costs money. Life,
costs money,
car, kids, business.
To run a business, yeah. I mean, it costs money to run a gym. I think a lot of people don't realize it. It's one of the things, I'm here. You're a gym owner. You're a new gym owner. And
People don't realize the cost of just acquiring skill.
Just having somebody good to I mean, I think there's a lot of bad services out there, from marketing to mentoring. That is one of the things I kind of think of doing in retirement, is helping out businesses, because you make a lot of mistakes and there's a lot of people just looking for your money.
Businesses end up going under in the first year or something, right? First year or two, right?
So tough. Yeah, I just saw a restaurant here in Castle Rock. I'm like, oh, the North End, is that out of business?
Yeah, already? That was here for like a cup of coffee. I mean, how many gyms have we seen pop up that's here for like a month and then pop, like the balloon just goes,
it's
right?
Tough, yeah. So
gym life's hard.
That's where... I like Prestige Labs. Another little segue, Josh. Support the podcast. Prestige Labs. I know people are out there using protein. It is good quality stuff. And this is a company for gym owners, not for the general public. And they've got a great blend. Dr. Kashi is a brilliant guy. It's not some of this stuff. I'm like, oh, man. There's so much trash out there in marketing, and I've talked about it before with my kids. It's Prestige Labs is good quality stuff, guys. So I strongly recommend you look at Krav Maga online, which is the Rocky Mountain store. Keep wanting to change that. I should have done RMSDF. I don't know why.
Yeah, what happened?
I think it's so. I started off. I was going to just try to sell Krav Maga shirts to the Krav Maga public.
Yeah.
And it kind of morphed into the more Rocky Mountain stuff, and then I was putting out Project Fit stuff, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I got so much stuff on here.
I know.
To set up a new one, but I might change that URL.
He'll figure it out. John's always on the computer.
So, but it's got our Project Fit stuff. It's got the the whole gym stuff in here. But we also have the ClearSky-online where you can get the knife. You can get Prestige Labs. If you're a gym owner looking for it, let me know. I can get you hooked up. It'll help me out a little bit. It'll help support the podcast. But more importantly, I can tell you my story going through it. And I was about to give up on supplements, so check it out. But we wanted to talk today a little bit about Alex Epstein, the global energy war.
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic one. And I also we talked about it last week, Grid Down, Power Up, I think, was last week.
We talked a little bit
go to that website and go to support, I believe it is, and ping a letter to your congressman. It'll do it all for you. Go to Grid Down, Power Up, and go to participate.
Yeah.
Go to the participate, and it's going to help you out right there by just contact the right people. Scroll down and click, regulators. There's 3 tabs, but the big one, hit your legislators. You can hit everybody there, and it'll do the email for you. It'll take a couple minutes, but that's an important topic, guys. It's neither left nor right issue. Like, can we do something about it? I'm like, oh no, you're gambling with us and our lives. Because I forget what comedian. Watch the homepage. Watch that 12-minute trailer. I think I'm gonna forget he's dead. I love him too. It's terrible. But watch it. You want to know how to turn everybody into savages? I forget his whole thing, but you're like, just shut the power down.
Yeah. And
guys, this is gambling with your life.
If you've never lived without electricity or running water, you don't realize how tough life is. And I've lived that way, and believe me, I appreciate a toilet that flushes. Right? I appreciate getting up and being able to wash my hands and my face when I want to. Turning on the light switch. It's all great stuff, man.
I was talking to Andrew over at Action Firearms. For all your firearm needs, go visit Andrew.
Another good plug.
Let him know that I sent you over that way.
Yeah.
That's a free one, but he was telling me the last time we were over there talking about going through a hurricane in Florida and just the grid power being down for just a few days. And people are looting and the craziness that's happening when the power goes down. I mean, Sanibel Island, where my mother-in-law lives, their people are just, in vans and they're just looting houses.
Which is crazy.
And, if you come up on those guys, maybe, get into your house, I'm going to think they're armed. I really don't think they're looting your house without a weapon.
Yeah,
Maybe. But again, it's not going to happen to you. But gosh, it's an important issue that I think, please tell your friends. Get involved in this stuff. The amount of BS that you people out there are involved in and concerned about, why the bigger global issues just keep going by. Let's get all sidetracked by freaking gender fucking pronouns. Woo! I don't care. Just be a normal freaking person. Treat everybody with respect. I don't care who, what you want to be. I identify as a peaceful warrior. Just make your own effing shirt. That's what I did.
And he did.
But seriously, the amount of sidetracked issues that people just get involved in or just scrolling.
Right. And they give all their effort.
Spend some time on the grid down, powerup.com. This is a big issue that's going to affect you.
Yeah. That
it is part of everyone's plan to take down the United States. No matter what they are, dirty bomb, if we can affect the grid, that is going to destroy this nation. So we should take action. There's things the power company can do, the things the government can do. They're all gambling with your lives by not doing anything and not spending the money. They're just pocketing it, and they're getting paid off by these regulators. That's why I think all politicians should be done in 8 years. Done.
He's on a rant today. Don't get him
You're
started
done.
Sometimes.
Like left, right, get in, get out. These career politicians, get them out. All of them. Republican, Democrat, you're out. You're whatever party. You're out.
John
8
Hallett
years.
for governor. What do you think? John Hallett for governor.
Oh my God, Ty, don't get me started on the stuff I hear that our governor's doing, following California and making it hard on business. It just makes it harder on the small business. That's what built America. I am so sick of politicians
real wealth for people.
And big, right? That just means they can control you more. Amazon can start dictating the prices, Home Depot, because they put everybody out of business. They're great and they're convenient.
There's no competition left.
But it's terrible.
John Hallett for governor.
No, president. I don't want to be governor.
You got to start somewhere. If you're a governor, you got a pretty good shot at being
president.
president.
Just go big or go home, Josh.
Right. No, we got to work on this.
Home.
We'll start with mayor of Castle Rock, then we'll move up to governor.
I don't have time for that, Josh.
You get a check-ish, I think, don't you?
You
get a check.
I don't have time for that.
Would you really want to be a politician, though? I mean, all that stumping.
Oh, my God.
You talk about not having time now.
That's why I want to be like, just go big or go home. Make some real change. But this global energy war, it really ties into. Did you get a chance to listen to Alex Epstein?
Yeah, I've listened to some of the show. Then I remember hearing him on some other shows because he started coming up because he had the fossil fuels.
It's fairly old.
Yeah, I've heard him on other big shows before, some of those late night ones that are pretty cool. And
he was on, let's just, before I lose track or you get too far, hold that thought.
Yeah.
Sean Ryan Show, episode 26 with Alex Epstein.
Epstein, yeah.
That's the one you want to go find.
It's about his new book, which is the Energy War? What's the title on it?
Yes, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Well, first off, if you don't know, he's a professor of it's escaping me now, of not psychology, it's professor.
He says he's a philosopher.
A philosopher, thank you, which, you can
He's
hear.
a fossil fuel philosopher, author, and industrial and energy policy commentator. He's the founder and president of the Center for Industrial Progress for-profit organization. There's a few things that I thought.
He's pro-fossil fuel. You know, and if you were to distill his argument, it comes down to that fossil fuels are one of the more ethical ways to produce energy, and they really are.
And practical.
And practical, right? They've shaped our entire society since it started, and it got us from essentially what would be the early industrial age to now the space age, right?
Yep. And
So-
here's one for you to clip for a short. This was one of my, like, just kind of blew me away.
Yeah.
That 80% of our energy is from fossil fuels, and then can we make it up? And there's a big percent, hydro is very consistent, but now we're messing up our rivers and our streams, and
If there's
that's
enough water.
not great for the environment, but it's very consistent. Wind and solar are not.
No.
So he said, this is what blew
Nuclear.
me away. If Biden or anybody
Yeah.
had said, look, we have this grid that's running totally on green energy, we're going to replicate it. And we're going to build off of this grid that's working and functioning. Then you'd go, okay, this seems to be working. But it's not working anywhere, but they're going to throw down and kill or try to kill the fossil fuel. From fracking, natural gas, to oil, these companies, he blatantly said he's going to shut them down. He's made gas prices rise. This is Biden, guys. I'm sorry.
These are his
This
words.
is what he did to affect your gas prices. And now, look where we're at. Like, we don't have a grid up and running anywhere. You cannot say Texas is running totally on green energy. It's not working.
And it bit them in the butt when it got cold those 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that was like a little bit different because Texas, I don't believe.
No, they're on their own grid, right? Because
they're on their own grid, but I don't know what the percentage is solar or wind.
Oh, it failed them like 5 or
But
7%. Yeah.
We need these things to survive, just like we just talked about, if the grid goes down.
Ugh.
This is so important. But no, what have we done? Energy independence. How are we independent from China when we're getting all our solar panels and they have all the lithium mines? How? When we could be getting oil and be really energy independent. The things that these I hate them. I hate these politicians. I don't know what, just tell me the truth and stop lying and stop manipulating the vocabulary. It is so, it went from global, what is the whole, I'm sorry.
We're talking about independence?
The atmosphere, how they changed it to now there's a global emergency or it went from global warming
to
crisis
climate change
to now it's a crisis. Is that the latest one that they're
I don't
on?
know. It's always they always love using crisis because that's that
they upped it.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't getting enough. They upped it. I'm sorry. I'm sure you guys can go back. I mean, I strongly recommend you listen to Alex Epstein, episode 26 on the Sean Ryan Show.
He's pretty enlightening.
There's only a few things. I mean, I thought that they're not pro-human. I'm like, oh, there's a little bit.
If you're collecting energy, it's pro-human. I don't know.
Yeah, there was just one little thing or two. Who's going to agree with anything? Or is he just changing those words maybe a little bit to battle back in part of the fight? It's tough, but saying that they're not pro-human.
It's kind of
But it is a religion. These people get religious about these ideas, and they don't think them through. And we're just all in. Let's just tell the gas and oil companies that we're going to shut you down. Who's going to want to invest their money in a new project when they don't have anything up and running and we're totally reliant on China?
Mm-hmm.
If you people don't get your face out of social media and make a change to what's really important to humanity, to what's really important to the American people, to your kids and your grandkids, it sucks. Clip this, get off social media, and go make a change in something. Global energy. get involved in something. Sex trafficking. That's terrible. Oh, those people, I just want to take them all down, line them all up, put them all down. Sickos.
Get him, John. Get him.
But take a stand and stop worrying about these little tiny things that don't make a difference.
Yeah.
It's somebody else. Stop pushing your religion on them, your thoughts. It should be stuff that affects us all as a country first and foremost. Our environment. You know, they just change it. I'm like, cold has killed more people than hot. What are these people going to do in these cold climates when the power goes down? You know, nobody has a wood stove anymore. Like, how many places have banned?
Well, you can't have wood stoves in most municipalities.
Yeah.
I had to go buy like one of those camping wood stoves just to have one in case like things went horribly wrong, right?
Prepper, Josh. What did you buy?
Oh, so they have these great wood-burning stoves, right? They have these, you know, they got a flue that comes off of them, and then you can just...
You can stick it out your window or something?
Yeah, I would. What I would do is I might even cut, like,
Stick it
in a situation where I lost power,
bedroom?
right?
Do you vent it out your bedroom? Is that how you do it?
Well, I would vent it out
go
of
to sleep
the
out?
side of the house. See, I wouldn't want to asphyxiate with smoke, right? But, yeah, I bought the stuff in case I had to drill that hole and burn wood, right? I'd have to find a way to keep my family warm. Because that's the first thing.
Whoa. You're going to drill that hole?
Yeah, but I've got hand tools.
What are you drilling with, Josh?
I've got hand tools.
You got hand tools?
I do. Because if I love electric tools. I love my electric gun, but when the charge runs out and the power goes out, you better have tools you can use by hand.
Yeah.
And you've got a ton of skills as a tradesman with old school hand stuff, right? It's fun to watch you do some of that
Power tools
stuff.
are fantastic. It was one thing. My dad's old school carpenter.
Yeah.
You better learn how to use hand tools, because if you don't have any power on the job site, something goes down. I want productivity, not standing around.
Right.
Like, watch a job site now. Turn off the power. What are they doing?
They walk off.
You know, they're not doing anything.
They walk off. But yeah, I've got one of those hand crank drills, right? One of those old school ones with the bit that you can turn this out yourself.
You can also just use the claw of the hammer.
I could.
And just smash through your sheetrock and then go on the other side and smash through the siding.
I like it.
You know, and
but at least I could burn wood.
even if
and
there's a
create
little
heat.
bit of venting around it, there's a little bit of a draft there. Hey,
I mean,
it's
find some
better,
stuff
you know,
in there, right?
Don't put anything combustible.
Right. So yeah, just those kind of things, right? I always thought, you know, what do I do when I don't have water, I don't have power, and I don't have heat? Because really, there's a
Come to
big
your
thing.
house.
Well, don't come to my house. Well, actually, we probably would.
Don't come to my house.
We probably would have to put a small, like, little army
Josh,
together.
We're gonna get together. I'm gonna come to your house.
You're gonna bring the ClearSky Defender 1. But yeah, man, that's all I was thinking about, you know. And then when Todd and all that showed up, I thought to myself, could my family actually be like useful in a situation like that? They've got skills, but for the most part, like, nobody knows what to do when stuff hits the fan, especially when it comes to like defending yourself or at least having a plan, right?
Yeah.
Self-defense is so important, which is what
can.
drives me nuts. We teach self-defense.
Yeah, I would hunker down as long as I could. It's kind of the whole, you know, get home back. I'm not trying to get on I-70.
No.
I'm trying to get back home, hunker down as long as I can,
and your
let
neighbors,
as much of the chaos pass by before you kind of venture out and go, okay, we need to get near some water and all, you know, all that stuff.
Are your neighbors going to come together too? Is that it? Is everybody on the street going to be a warrior when they need to be?
I got two on either side of me.
Do you? I mean, that's good for you, but, you know, I look around my neighborhood sometimes. There's one or two on the block that I know would, you know, that would be out there, but there's some others that, you know, there's a sign right now that says, it's in a front window somewhere, I won't say where, but it's like, we're all inclusive, we love everyone. It's like, that's a sign that just says, come and rob me at the...
Come and rob me,
at the, you know, when the stuff hits the fan, right?
It also, like, yeah.
Not saying that people
they'll
should.
Be the first person out there trying to go down, walk in front of them during the third day when the grid goes down. Just go strolling by them with a shopping cart full of goodies.
It's just, that's all I can think of, man. I mean,
they'll be they'll be the first person kicking your ass,
right?
Trying to take your shit.
Yeah, they would too, right? Because they're desperate.
Yeah,
like everybody becomes ferocious when they're desperate.
I mean, let's pay attention to something that freaking matters.
Yeah,
this sidetrack gets you. There's more important things to deal with. These little petty things that people get all excited about on social media and just look over here, magic trick.
Right.
Look over here, and we're gonna do this big thing over here. Freaking
I do
politicians.
this. I've got this
Big
signed in the
money
law.
elitists.
Right. I made this happen, so I did my job. I got my name on this bill, and then that's what they run on. But when's the last time you saw legislation that came out of anywhere that was actually good for us as the taxpayer? That helped us not pay more taxes or to not go to jail or for, stupid crime. Like, all an FBI agent has to do is watch your life for 15 minutes and you will have committed like 3 or 4 felonies. That's what people don't realize.
So,
and they can just arrest you. Oh, we don't live free sometimes.
And just the narrative of like, we need more gun regulations going to keep you safer. That is the opposite.
Right.
Like guns, I love Colleen Noir. Guns are common sense. That's common sense to protect yourself. Somebody wanted to take my ability to defend myself. Oh my gosh, man. Thanks. Yeah, disarm me, make me more unsafe. They just want more control. I hate these people. I don't like you. They're trying to manipulate you and just make you be a little sheep and more under their thumb.
Yeah.
These big elitists and just the manipulation, and you are not safer. You are not safer.
Not free.
With them taking away your gun. There's enough. Show me a state where it's working. Show me a state that has these policies that it's working, then people are safer.
What about Chicago? It's working there, right?
Oh, yeah, it's totally. That's
what about
super
San
safe.
Francisco?
Yeah, super safe.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Tired of it.
I'm sick of them using one of my God-given rights for the Second Amendment to try to jail people over. What right is out there that they don't try to jail you over because of some sort of micro law? So you can't have that gun anymore. Or you can't have that device. Right? Who are they to say what I can and cannot have? And that's what starts pissing me off. Sorry, that's where
That's where you...
I've never had a right that can get me jailed. Right?
It's...
Well, you know where I stand now.
Yeah. I think we're preaching to the choir, but
I know it's our group.
Flip one of these things. I'll put it on my social media. It's crazy, like people wanting to take away our rights to defend ourselves. They don't have your best interest.
No.
I am sorry. They just want more power. These people are greedy. Power and money. Power and money. I always wish I could remember his name. I'm so bad at names, and there's been so many people through. But it was a guy I trained. Where just I was a white belt in Taekwondo.
Yeah.
But he always said, power and money, power and money. They're evil things.
They're usually together.
After.
The bedfellows.
I don't often talk about different things, but she may get mad at me. I don't know. But part of why I do this podcast is I want something, my thoughts. It's kind of, I'm not going down like, no punk bitch. I forget what song that is, but I'm going to fight. I'm going to do something, but I'm going to put my thoughts out there, and at least my kids could go, hey, he might have been right. Like, he's talking about this grid stuff. He's talking about being dependent on China for our energy. He was trying to do something. He just wasn't scrolling through social media. So it's a avenue I just wanted, mainly as a record for my kids, I guess. And, I just heard from one of my old students, Logan O'Connor, about her boys. And they are kick-ass men now. One just opened his own gym. I'm going to forget, I get them all confused, but I think I can't remember if he's the one in the military right now. I think he is. I'm not sure, but he's opened up his own thing. Just started following him on Instagram after she sent me the post of look at the monsters we created. And that's something I always say to parents in our advertising, that I want to help you raise a confident kid. And seeing these kids that are now way old, and that effect. One of the kids, he was with me probably when he was 5 years old, and the effect I had on him and the mother still fostering it and the family being awesome, it just means a ton to me that when people reach out that way, and it's a record for that, but that makes me emotional. You can clip this, Josh. You can maybe get mad
We're live,
at me,
dude. We're live.
But what's that? We're live? I don't care. This is what my daughter gave to me. So I love you so much. Thank you for everything you do for me and our family. Thank you for everything you taught me. You are a role model to so many people, including me. You taught me how to be brave, strong, independent, confident, and so much more. I love traveling with you, and I can't wait for all the new places and adventures ahead of us. You are my hero. I love you to the moon and back. Of course, you guys know that book that I read to her. So, it's a record for that. Yeah, and I am a big softie, Josh. Really, some people look at...
I thought it was beautiful, man.
People look at that, or, I'm a fighter, but I'm a protector. And I think some people are like, John's the scary one in the family. I think if you were to ask our kids, they're more scared of Jenny than they are of
Dude,
me.
Jenny's kind of like present sometimes.
So I am definitely more of a softie in that, we balance each other out a lot, but that just, meant the world to me. I stopped and posed for a picture when I read it with her and kind of stopped, and I had a lot more anticipation on this one. So I love her a ton, and that's why, I do this, because it's just out there for them. You keep telling me you're going to make it big, and that'd be great if we can make an impact. I don't know about being governor or any other that stuff, but my wife has told me do something instead of talking to me about it. I don't know what to do. I'm a small business owner. I don't have a lot of time in the day, let alone the 45 minutes that we do this thing to make an impact. I would love to do a grassroots thing on anything and try to make an impact. Let's make a change, people. Left or right, we need to take a lot of issues, and they're just sidetracking you guys. Look, I'm talking to you. Clip this, Josh. I'm talking to you on the left, on the right, in the middle, that they're just distracting us. We've got to come together. We can come together and make a real change for the things that are really important for our children and their children. Right? As Americans, first and foremost, we've got to protect this country. There's people trying to tear it apart and bring down the house. We've got to stop them. I think they're crazy. I think you're absolutely far left and far right. I think you're crazy. I don't think you have the best interest of the majority. And it seems where social media just magnifies the minority. And then they just ping you left and right and get you paranoid about the other side. They're effing with you. And that was before AI, right? Or early AI. We've got to make a change. And AI is a whole nother one. They need to put some stopping things in AI before it gets out of control. We've got to take this stuff and make it a real issue. And you guys know, I love AI. I mean, it just made a fantastic thing. It made a fantastic post to Rival. And, while we're on it, and we'll probably wrap it up here, but you can clip this and you can plug your ears or take your headphones off over there, my awesome social media producer. But I said I was talking trash about you. And ChatGPT does do some really convenient things when I don't have Josh. I just want to let you know, Josh, how much I appreciate having you on the team. I was telling a class yesterday,
Thanks,
about
John.
our dumpster posts out there that we had
Yeah.
made by the dumpster, so I'm just calling them the dumpster posts. I'm like, Josh is brilliant. I'm like, don't tell him I said that. It'll go straight to his head.
It will.
ChatGPT is never like gonna really predict, replicate what we can. I mean, it probably can, but we
Not yet.
probably can. But I don't want it to. I like human interaction. Somebody was like, can you send me a price sheet? I'd like to talk to you. We like the personal touch. This person, I just want to know the prices. I just want to know about you. And there's lots of prices here in RMSDF. It's not just simple as send you a price sheet, and people don't get it. They just glance at it and go, I can't afford it. And you're like, did you see the low price?
Right, did you look?
Or did you just look at the high price? We like to talk to people here at RMSDF. But I greatly appreciate you, Josh.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you for giving
If
me
you
more
can
opportunities
help
that I
me
gave
make
you.
a change, that's fantastic. But I was going to make a post for you separately, but I think we can clip this one out while I'm on the soft side. I think what you do is fantastic. You really bring the best out of me, and I appreciate everything you do for me, Josh.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
And the gym, and for RMSDF, for Clear Sky. I was telling the class last night I had Sarah. It was Ashley. Sarah was videoing this morning. Josh tells me to stop right there.
What?
And they're like, I'm like, boom, just cut. And I just stood there. I'm like, that was it. Josh tells me just stop. Right? Just stop.
Just stop. Just go. You're
Just
done.
stop. That
You're
was
done.
good.
Just go.
And they were, I watched the clips that we did for Clear Sky that I've got to edit, to put out for the next week and everything. So 4th of July, America. Freedom. I saw a great one. It's like, I got to put it out there, man. These guys they're out on the sidewalk and they're lighting some fireworks, and you got the fam. Different families and the driveways right there, and all of a sudden these fireworks start going off, and then within a second they start going at the kids and the wives, and one grabbing the baby and shielding her baby. It was freaking awesome, and then it goes underneath the car. Oh, I've got to find it. I should have pinged it.
Hey, my grandpa used to shoot fireworks at us. Bottle rockets and those Roman candles. Don't do that stuff, folks.
Kids.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
My grandpa was he was fun. Don't get me wrong.
It is bad. What is the can they come after me for bottle rockets when I was a kid?
No, the statute of limitations is over on that. It's like 7 to 4 years. So
I did put out the fire. It did not turn. I
don't know what you're talking about, and I would just leave it at that.
Oh yeah, we were shooting bottle rockets off to be nameless friend.
We did dumb things. We all did, man.
That is still working in that capacity. We started a little grass fire. We put it out. Shooting bottle rockets. Not smart, boys. Not smart, boys.
Be smart with the things that go pop.
Shooting at each other.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I told my teens, I'm like, please, my little sister put a sparkler at my hand. I lit it for her and then went to light another kid's sparkler, and she wasn't paying attention and put the sparkler on my hand, and the entire palm just blew. It was terrible.
Immediate burns.
And
Oh my gosh.
I had to take bikes down
Yeah.
from the hooks at the bike shop that I worked at, the rental place. Oh, it was terrible. It was so. Do it one-handed, and then you're like, then the bike, spins and pivots and smashes the burn on your palm.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful if you're out there. Don't burn down Colorado.
No.
Please
It's supposed to
don't do
rain
that. Don't
on the
be
4th.
like that lady burning the love letters that knew better. That's now in
That
prison.
started that fire? Yeah. Hey, did you know it's supposed to rain here on the 4th of July? And if you guys don't know, living in Colorado, it's rained a lot this year so far, and that never happens.
Yeah, we've got a lot of rain. It's been awesome. People are like, stop the rain. I'm like, good.
Yeah, let it go. Let's see how long this we can ride this gravy train.
I mean, it's not even bad. It's just raining in the afternoon here, but people they're freaking out because they're so used to the sunshine.
Oh yeah.
But we need that water, so be careful. But celebrate America. 4th of July, we will be taking a break, I think, over the 4th.
Yeah.
On the podcast, so we'll be back in 2 weeks. I'm sure there's something to go back and listen to, but check out the Sean Ryan episodes. We've talked about a couple of those. Episode 26, the global energy war, and then Solbert. I forget the episode on that, but you'll see it. It's titled Solbert. That's a good one. And what was the first one? Grid Down, Power Up.
Grid Down, Power Up.
All right, guys, thanks for taking the time. Go out there, be safe, train hard, suck less, right? Train hard, suck less. All right, we're out.